12 places in Jerusalem where Holy Week events happened. As we observe with solemnity and time of devotion, the Passion of our Lord Jesus Christ this Holy Week, I would like to present to you 12 places in Jerusalem where the events of the Holy Week happened, to add spiritual depth to your reflection and prayers. 1. The Golden Gate or Eastern Gate was the gate Jesus used when he entered Jerusalem riding on a donkey on Palm Sunday. Located across from the Mount of Olives, the gate was closed and sealed by Ottoman Sultan Suleiman in 1541, to prevent the Messiah, which according to Jewish Old Testament prophecies, would enter Jerusalem through this gate. 2. The Temple Mount and Western Wall, located on a hill in the old city of Jerusalem called Mount Moriah, was the location of the Second Temple in Jerusalem. Jesus went to the temple courts on Holy Monday. He drove out all who were buying and selling there. He overturned the tables of the money changers and cleansed the temple. The Western Wall is the only part of the Second Temple that was destroyed and burned down by the Romans in AD 70, 37 years after the crucifixion, death, and resurrection of Jesus Christ. 3. The Mount of Olives, named after the olive groves that once covered its slopes, is in East Jerusalem, across from the temple. Jesus and his disciples went to the Mount of Olives on Holy Tuesday, where Jesus taught the disciples the Olivet Discourse, a prophecy about the destruction of Jerusalem and the end of the age, including his second coming and the final judgment. 4. The Upper Room or CENACLE, located in the David's Tomb compound, in Mount Zion, outside of the walls of the old city of Jerusalem, was the place where Jesus washed the feet of his disciples and where he ate the Passover meal with them, also known as the Last Supper on Maundy Thursday. 5. Gethsemane, a garden at the foot of the Mount of Olives where Jesus prayed in agony, after the Last Supper, in anticipation of the suffering that he would go through. A church, the Church of All Nations, also known as the Basilica of the Agony, was built on the place where Jesus prayed before he was betrayed by a kiss from Judas Iscariot and arrested by the temple guards of the Sanhedrin. 6. Church of St. Peter in Gallicantu, former palace of the high priest Caiaphas. After his arrest, on the evening of Maundy Thursday, Jesus was taken to the home of Caiaphas, the high priest, where the whole council had gathered to begin making their case against him. GALLICANTU means cock's crow. It was also the place where Peter, waiting outside Caiaphas' house, as Jesus was being tried, was recognized as Jesus' follower, but Peter denied knowing Jesus 3 times. 7. Antonia Fortress, Praetorium, now located in the Muslim quarter and occupied by the Al-Maria School. The Antonia Fortress was the place where Jesus was tried and Pontius Pilate on Good Friday. 8. Lithostrotos, which means stone pavement, within the Antonia Fortress. It is located under the convent of the Sisters of Zion in the Muslim quarter. Like the pavement described in the John 19:13, this was the place where Jesus was tried by Pontius Pilate, suffered scourging at the hands of the Roman soldiers, and where he took up the cross. 9. Via Dolorosa, way of suffering, is the path that Jesus took carrying the cross from the Antonia Fortress through the old city of Jerusalem on his way to his crucifixion. It ends at the Church of the Holy Sepulchre, 600 meters or 1,968 feet away. 10. The Church of the Holy Sepulchre, located in the Christian quarter of the Old City of Jerusalem, was the place where Jesus' crucifixion, burial, and resurrection took place. This place was originally called Calvary or Golgotha. Within the church is the Stone of Unction, a large slab of stone where local traditions say Jesus' body was laid and prepared for burial. 11. Alternate site for Jesus' tomb. The Garden Tomb, located outside the old walls of Jerusalem, is a rock-cut tomb in Jerusalem. Discovered in 1867, it was an alternate to the Church of the Holy Sepulchre as the site of the tomb of Jesus. 12. Alternate site for Calvary. Skull Hill is a rocky hill that bears the resemblance of a skull. Mark 15:22 records that Jesus was brought to Golgotha, the place of a skull. The controversy of the location of the real tomb of Jesus continues to this day, but this place offers believers a beautiful place for prayer and reflection.